This is May 14, 2024, a Mother's Day. We're having a treat to our own mother here, and we are moving towards the place where my eldest boy, my eldest son, and my daughter, my only daughter, and other kids has prepared for us. The treat that we are going to have for our mother in the family because it's a happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Dai. Happy Mother's Day. We are live now, actually. And before we go on a journey, I wrote this morning something for all the mothers in the world, which I would love to read before we begin our journey. This is dedicated to all mothers in the world, as well as to my very own loving wife. Okay? Yes. So, here is what I wrote. This was before I slept because it was already past midnight. And so, dedicated to all mothers, before I would get out of our driveway, our parking, dear mothers, today we come together to celebrate and honor the incredible women who have shaped our lives in countless ways. Mothers are ultimate caregivers, nurturing their children with selfless love and devotion. They teach us right from wrong, comfort us when we're sad, and cheer us on when we succeed. They are our biggest supporters and our most trusted confidants. Mothers are also incredible role models, demonstrating strength, resilience, and determination in the face of adversity. They manage to balance work and family and personal commitments with grace and poise, and they never give up on their dreams. They inspire us to be the best version of ourselves and to never stop reaching for our goals. Okay? Yeah, so that's it. I could not see my face on my page because it was directed otherwise. So for the last paragraph of what I wrote on Mother's Day special is, on this special day, let us take a moment to express our gratitude and appreciation to all the mothers out there. Thank you for your unwavering love, your tireless dedication, and your constant support. You are truly the backbone of our families and our communities, and we are just so grateful for everything you do. Once again, happy Mother's Day. So, a very happy Mother's Day once again to you, my loving wife, as we begin our journey, our trip to the place that our kids has prepared to treat us today. All right, so here we go. Let me just fix this. Okay. All right. I hope this is stable. So, we're moving out. On a Mother's Day special, I'm doing a live blog dedicated to all mothers, as I had just read earlier on what I wrote last night or early morning before I slept, as I remember the celebration of today, which is the day for all mothers. I'm glad that my wife is with me on this trip. We never come to realize that our kids has prepared us a very simple treat. We will discover how simple that one will be as we reach the area that they wanted us to go. It's almost an hour drive. It's in the other island. We used to go there, but not in this very specific restaurant to dine on. And we were told to go to, what's the name of the restaurant? Parola restaurant in Mactan Island. Okay? And we just left from our house. Let's see how long it would take us to travel. Okay. We'll just have our gas in Mactan because I believe it's cheaper there than here. gas can still reach there. Alright, so here we go. On a Mother's Day special, this is my special vlog live on my Facebook page and profile as well as on my YouTube. Okay, so we're moving. Well, I would like to share to my followers today and to my subscriber, YouTube subscriber, as last night I saw someone doing a message to my page or my profile while I was uploading and slowly editing the videos that we captured for the wedding that we attended. And as I was doing slowly my edit, that's why it took me until early morning to finish only a very few uploads. I saw a message from someone I thought a son of my close friend, because the family name is De La Serna and the name is very familiar. The guy is named Erwin De La Serna. And he was messaging. I could not process it very well last night because the message was just so ordinary. As it sounds like, Sir Ed, sometime soon I would like to invite you. Things like that stuff. And I did not give so much importance to that as I was already very sleepy. But this morning, when I woke up to once again check on the progress of my upload, as most of my mobile has already been full with storage and I don't want to delete some, but I just am not done with the uploads. And so I had a chance to check on the message, and it happened like the message was coming from this certain Erwin De La Serna, who is actually the anchor of Cebu updates. Okay, and it was an invitation actually, if I would concede to, telling me that Cebu updates has around 308,500 followers. Okay, and they will be streaming worldwide. And they gave me a schedule which will be sometime on May 26th with a call time at 3:30, because the show, the live stream will begin at 4 p.m. until 5. And he was orienting about the crowd who shall be my listeners all over the globe, all over the world, which are their loyal and active followers that are mainly consisting of single moms and jobless and students and people who had been depressed, blah blah blah, and all of this, mothers and everywhere. And they're asking me to prepare a piece of advice to this group of people. And so I said, oh my, where could this guy have found a material to lead him to make this invitation? I was making some suspicions, especially as I saw also on the next message of a schedule by a friend who is scheduled ahead of me for the interview, just 2 days ahead. And so I called on this friend, who happens to be my classmate and a local celebrity in town, who is scheduled on May 24 for another interview of her own content and or 40. All right. So I asked if she was ever asked by this certain Erwin regarding my content and my person, and she doesn't have any idea. And I did not ask anymore any question, because I realized that that is how social media's power is something you can never stop on. So I thought all the while very humbly that my content has only reached very short range, as when I look in my insights on my page and on my profile, my reach is not really going that far and wide, as I had just barely started, and I don't normally have these followers who are fond of sharing my materials. Well, I was glad, thankful, if not blissful, that this guy invited me. Probably has visited some of the videos that we have uploaded, and maybe like some of the contents that we have shared, that led him to decide to take us for this kind of an invitation. And that was when, out of excitement, I shared this to friends, not ever knowing that for some people that I shared to, they right away responded with a rejection as they cannot do that. And I checked again on my invitation that I forwarded. It seems like I'm the one inviting them to the show. I did not really know how to share it. And so it took some explaining that it was my invitation, and the reason I just had forwarded it to them is because I would like them to. All right. Well, Luis, I heard I was talking to your best friend this morning, and she was actually excited for the news. Tell me if you are indeed coming this June next month. Is it already for good and for something that many have suspected ever you would come to pursue? Yes, bakit po walang sounds? I'm sorry. Oh, I have to. Let me check with my bot again, huh? Maybe I'll check with my bot. I'll check with my bot. Oh, I have to replace that, but I'm still in traffic. Okay, let me just position myself somewhere. My profile gadget experiences no sounds, so it's could be something, some issue about my battery, which I would like to replace on for a while. Okay. Yeah, for a while. Thank you, Gilbert, for reminding me about this issue. At least I could easily check that it just really need replacement of a battery. Glad that I brought some. Okay, I'm just replacing the bot. Oh my. Oh ho. There's an issue here. I have to settle for a good place to park. I have to settle for a good place to park. I am replacing my bot. I'm sorry. I am replacing my battery. Okay. I'm still not in the right position to change it. I removed my mic. Can you hear me? I'm anyway very close to the gadget. And please advise me. Oh yeah, so I'm just removing the mic as this is the one causing no sounds. There seemed to be actually a low battery in my supply. And as I was replacing it while I was down the road, I still could not see a good signal, so I decided to take off the mic so I could continue on with the broadcast while driving. Okay? I was very sorry. Thank you, Jobert. Yeah, Luis, maybe you haven't heard what I was saying earlier, although I'm excited you're there to join us, like you're part of the trip somehow. But I was talking to our good friend this morning. She is also invited by Cebu Updates for her own time, 2 days before mine. Also an hour interview. Okay, and because I have to validate if she was the source of where and why this certain anchor of Cebu Updates had my invitation, which she declined. She never had knowledge about. But she shared to me. I'm glad that you are there and let me validate the issue, whether you talked to each other and made, plans to come by again so we can bond. I oversaw one of our classmates who is around, who is in town, Kim Kloman. We're waiting for any update as to when they would announce for a bonding. But actually, we would understand if, especially, they came here for maybe an accidental schedule and they maybe have a lot of agenda to make with their relatives. That's why there is no announcement yet to bond on. Although Baby had been telling me that one of our friends, classmate Zenny, was asking for her slot in Raja if she still is singing there, which is said she has no more engagement at Raja. Okay, so maybe that was the time they would propose to meet each other, but since there was no such schedule, there was no announcement made so far. I don't know if Kim is still in town. But it's May and running towards June, and if it is ever true that you are coming by to do another meaningful bonding with us, then we look forward to that and we would like to welcome you ahead. Friend, please, we missed you. It seems like it's been over a year or more. Ganyang kakamahal namin, idol. Aha. Dati ka pa kasi naming idol noong pa man. Hi, Luis. Uh, I hope you can message Babes to be a part of this live stream. We just talked this morning and I told her to open her Facebook profile into professional mode just so she could also upload many of her engagement that was never a beneficiary to Facebook's monetization. When had she only opened her professional mode, she could have already been earning for all those shows that she had been making every now and then and the big events that she used to do. Yeah. So that opened her eyes, and she was asking if we could meet for a treat in favor of the mentoring, because she knew this kind of mentoring is expensive. I'm not charging her anything though, but she was proposing for some kind like a Viking treat. Bongga si babes. Huh? Well, last night I was on a wedding and my compadre, newly met compadre, who is the honorable councilor of Cebu City, while I was posting, I got Bon Alivio reacting to my post, as they used to be very good friends with this June Alcover and her wife. We were very happy to interact with each other in the table that we were assigned. And that was when he was also looking forward and was telling me after we shared jokes and we hear each other's counsels on the time for principal sponsors to give their pieces, that he would also want to invite me somehow for some engagement. And I look forward to dropping by in his office because he's very cordial along with the wife. Mm-hmm. Don't you ever get surprised, my friends, that my wife is seated at my back is because I have a lot of things here in the front and I wanted to give way to my craft. Like all those that I just actually dismantled earlier on to change my bath, which I could not comfortably do if she would engage to sit with me at my right, because that would occupy space also for my things. All right, so our kids just called us, making a roll call as they're already there. I don't know what surprise that is. Uh, so the wedding that we attended to actually last night, the story was just about 3 weeks back. The classmate of my wife in the high school at Immaculada, Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion, we invited her and her family for a dinner where this couple was there, the last to ever arrived. And while we were enjoying a very sumptuous meal, very delicious also, they tend to forget with something that they would like to say then at that meeting. It was one of their agenda why This newlywed couple was invited to even arrive late for our dinner for purposes of asking our hand to become one of their ninongs and ninangs for their wedding last night. But we ended up the night until the resto bar closed and we bid each other farewell. And after a couple of days, it was her classmate who called while I was out of town, asking if we could ever spare time and decide to, be a part of the row in the principal sponsors, where my wife could not just easily decide as I was out of town then. Upon reaching home, it was when the day after my wife told me about the news, and I have to tell her if she conceded to the request. But she was telling me, I have to wait for your decision. And maybe my wife realized that she just cannot decide then, as I returned to my normal jumbo size. And when I realized as I was checking on my wardrobe if I had already something to wear, well, it was really an issue because there was none that fits me. Both my array of barongs and the suits cannot just actually fit me, and so that was an issue. And only to realize, I thought it was because he told me it's May 18. But then again, as we checked on the date in the invitation, it was May 13 yesterday. Took me only about 2 days to prepare. And so if you remember, if you were part of my earlier vlog, when one day I went to a court for a hearing, driving without a driver's license and at the heat of the sun while my parking was far from the building, I had to decide to go to Ayala and to maximize my time, believing that I could do it all in one go. So I checked for something to wear on a quick window shopping until I find one that fits my size. And when I was about to make a payment, I realized that my cash was not enough to settle for that barong. And only to realize also that in the pocket of the case of my cell phone was where my debit card was inserted, and I just could not actually move through or finish the purchase as my money was not enough for the price of the barong. And that made my schedule only 2 days to prepare. So the following day, I checked on the barong again and I went back to Ayala Mall to have a better fix for myself about that, bringing with me my card, debit card, as I was excited to buy it, only to discover that while it fits on my body, it does not fit on my neck. And I was forced to go to the other boutique where the barong is very expensive. So I'm beginning to doubt whether I could make the appointment, as the price of the barong in Filippo is very prohibitive. I asked for where I could go. I decided to move across another mall, which will take me around less than 20 minutes drive. I'm referring to Cultura, where they display barong, but I tried on Rostan's, hoping I could find one, although I was reluctant to go to the shop knowing Rostan's and its price. And I checked on where Bergamo is, but Bergamo already pulled out, hoping if I could find one that is for rent. So as I was already inside Rustan's, I was led to the corner where the barongs are displayed. And right there, yeah, indeed, the price are really quite prohibitive. So I settled for the least that I could afford on. And especially for my size, there was one left, the one that I wore yesterday, but it was second to the cheapest, as the cheaper brand has no size that fits me. And because there was only 2 days left to prepare, I just closed my eyes as I decide to, you know, pay for the price of the barong, because I just couldn't miss the invitation, as this friend is very close to us, and the kids actually, we would love to be a part of this celebration which we made last night. We're glad to have made it. It was a very, very solemn ceremony, it was something that reminded us again of our vows. As usually, that's usually the experience when you attend a wedding. And although attended by only very few yet meaningful people who impacted their lives as we were made to understand, because it seems like it's not only simple, but it was also elegant, no matter how simple. However, it was just that probably they have decided to start officially the journey, as I was telling last night, a journey to no return, one ticket journey for marriage, which in my highlight is not just, I'm talking of the council, it's not just a legal piece of document, nor is it a romantic notion, but it is. I'd like to reiterate what I said last night to the couple as I'm doing a blog, because again, last night's blog and live was never materialized because of a lot of issues. There was not much good enough to handle the gadget, and battery will always be an issue if it is not properly handled. And so that's why I was having a hard time to edit them, because two of my coverage last night did not have a good sounds, although it was enjoying a good signal. And so I had to decide to do makeover or voiceover so I could post them. Nako, ang layo ng pinuntahan ko. Malayo ang way na nakuha ko. I never come to realize I went this far. Okay. But anyway, that's the usual route actually I get. My wife being silent to make an advice. Well, anyway, I was getting for a shortcut, but it ended up like long cut rather. Somehow we still managed to be near the shortcut that we missed. Okay, so that was the highlight of my sharing then. That caught the attention of some, including my newly met compadre June Alcover, as we enjoyed actually the newly found friendship that we established last night, inviting me to drop at his office. And while I was doing the counseling moments, it was my wife that this counselor told was planning to also invite me sometime soon. I hope it is something that can help inspire a lot of people there, as that is practically the purpose of why we created this page and uploaded our videos on our YouTube channels. So there seems to have a traffic today, this early part, this early it's getting lunch or noontime. That's why siguro it's traffic. And maybe the kids are pressured already as they are already there, because this lunch is for their mother, whose celebrator, or somebody to honor on is still in my vehicle for the trip. Okay. I just managed this other gadget without a mic, as it would eat my time and will give me a little tension to position it. Maybe it's not really a low bot, it's something to do with the positioning of the phone, that the mic cannot just be properly inserted. That's why it's not giving a signal to function the audio uh, efficiently. So anyway, I'm very close to that, and if ever you can hear my audio well, I hope I could check on your messages actually. But since I'm driving, I have to look on the road rather than on your message, or else. Yes. So, yeah, we're right here. I hope we can take a left right there, as it would take another very long route if there is no left at the corner of SM Seaside. Going to the Sisilex. Okay. Mm-hmm. We are here. So maybe around 30 minutes and we'd be in our destination. This is Mother's Day special live stream by Transforming Thoughts in my YouTube channel and Thought Massager TM in my Facebook page, along with my profile Ed Cortez Broadcasting for the Mother's Special episode. All right, sharing to you our experience that we just had. All right, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm positioning my cam to the road. Okay, not this one. It cannot be positioned, but this one maybe yes. All right. So we're heading to Sisilex. Okay, and that's how the road looks. But I should be on the left center lane as this is actually going to a U-turn slot. Waiting for this black van to overtake me so I can take the lane to the Sisilex. Okay. We had this experience twice where we took that route on the right, which is a U-turn slot that will lead you backward to travel around 2 to 3 kilometers one way, going to the opposite direction and getting back to here. And that's why I'm very careful because they haven't set a very good uh, tool to guide the motorist here, especially at night. Okay, so all right, glad I was able to reconnect. It's my YouTube gadget that is experiencing signal problem. Okay, my profile is doing well even if I didn't have the mic on. My page, I cannot position it on direction because it's gonna be barred by the angle of my windshield. Very good. It's able to recover. Thank you. There was a signal problem for a while. I was a It was not a very good view actually that side because it was pointing to the open sea. I regretted having actually diverted it forward. It's this other gadget that actually can have. Yeah. So, ang pangit pala ng signal banda rito, banda roon. Akala ko stable kasi it's very wide open eh. Hmm. Kinsa tayo nanawag guys, Bambi? Ha? Katong ganina ba imong ka-story? May paning usao kusog kayo og signal kaning Huawei. May siya mukha og signal. Thank you guys for all those who are watching on my live actually. I'll just gonna engage as I am driving and I could not be reading the messages you are actually sharing to me. But shout out to all of you anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there is another problem. 190 something. We are nearing the exit. Yeah. So, oh wow. Almost always a problem signal. Mm-mm. Ere. We're just paying the toll.
90 ra, sir.
Ah, 90. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So we're nearing. We're already in Mactan side. There's traffic going to Cebu. Not coming here. Not coming down here. Okay. So the line is long, but on our lane, right side, there's not much traffic. So this could have been coming out from the resort, going to the city to celebrate Mother's Day that side. Ours is the reverse. Okay. I hope guys you're just ling- linger as we continue with the live. We're not yet in our destination. We're still on the road. Takes around 10 minutes from this side to the area. This is Cordova side now after the CCLX. All right. And yeah, I am actually showing the road in my YouTube for the place we are going to be. We're passing the national highway of Cordova, Cebu. Oh, ha? Oh, mao ra gyud na siya kay mobati man og akong ikuan i forward ang cam wa may maayong kuan the better alternative. Yeah. So I couldn't be showing you otherwise, or else it will be towards the open sky and a very bad angle on the outside view. So I'm forced to just focus it to me as I'm doing the vlog. Okay. My YouTube gadget is well positioned as it is in the maneuver, and it can actually capture the road and the views that we are going to pass by. Junver Tian, Trinidad. Glad to have you again on my broadcast. Rosini Gilyorgan. Okay, and Jess Villanaba. Oh, wow. This UP guy, huh? Jess, you're the one who is actually connected in UP Los Baños, right? I was about to visit there one time to attend a meditation by a Lasal professor whose retreat site is in near Makiling. Oh, but I was not able to push it through as the schedule is really very unholy. I mean, it falls on a family day schedule, Christmas and New Year. Thank you for your reactions. I just cannot react or engage to you. I'm in the maneuver. Uh-huh. Wow. I have another problem signal this side. It's trying to reconnect, but my Huawei gadget is very stable. It is only actually connecting a signal from my other gadget, and while the signal is here, this one is always experiencing a problem, not on my Huawei. So this is a very good phone, only that I do not know how to fully operate it. All right. Lalaine, how are you, dear? Still in Manila? Happy Mother's Day to you. Yeah. Yoli is at the back. Our kids gave us a surprise treat here in Mactan, near Mactan Gardens and beyond. Okay. Regards to Lola Marge. How are you in Manila? Yeah. Your son is doing well here, huh? Congrats. You already have made your requirement for Torques and Kikas? Come home now because we are ready to, fire. My wife's classmate is just about to retire to guide her to the classmates in Immaculada who are very good prospects for our product. And we need you around. Next month, this classmate, the mother of the groom yesterday, you might be familiar, Laila Bernido, yes. She is connecting with my wife to bring my wife to her favorite friend who is a billionaire, I believe, who needs our product. Because for all those times that they have devoted their time in developing their business, they also develop sickness. And so the bed is the one on demand plus plus. And you have to assist, as you are very good actually in the demo and in making people understand the benefit of our product. Yeah, so come home, dear. And we're ready to work for the requirement on Turks and Kikas. Mm. Okay. So we are on this corner now, and about 10 minutes from here, we will be in the side. Well, it's still 12 o'clock. Perfect for lunch. Mm. Mohammed Faisal is watching. Shout out to you, Mohammed. Okay. Thanks for dropping by in my channel for my live special Mother's Day episode while I'm ferrying my wife for the treat of my kids waiting right there in Parola Resto Bar. Okay. They'd been ahead of us and they'd been calling us where we are as they already are settled there. This is really a surprise, although my wife have other appointment as she readies herself because This lunch is a bunch of friends who also prepares a room for their stay at New Star. So I shall be delivering her after the meal, our lunch here, as I am not invited in the get together at New Star. It's ladies talk. Okay. Mo ba ni day? Uh-oh. Padung may parola, asa age? Diretso. Okay. Dito lang, diretso lang. Okay. So, parola. Okay. Actually, I used to eat this part, that side. Oh, shh! Natagak gyud. Init naman good. Dili niya kayo. My handle actually did not make it. I have to, alright, position it this way. Okay. It fell because actually the base that sticks to my car, the moment it is exposed to heat, it will try to loosen, and that's why it fell. Okay. Mabuti na lang everything is made of rubber inside. Not damaging the unit or breaking it as it fell. Uh-oh. Parola. Mm-hmm. We're close to the reservoir. A lot of people are going in there. There's signal problem again. Oh! So many people actually in the parking. We shall be parking very far. Deliver ata ka dito sa dool niya, mangita ko og parking. Kay layo kaayo. Or ipa-drive na to ni Tuting to park somewhere kay layo kaayo og ko. Hi di ay. Kinsa may naa dito. Grabe naman the parking. What could have been here? Look at those cars. Oh my goodness. Is this how they celebrate Mother's Day? Or maybe these are just cars parking because of the boats they're hiring for unhopping. Can never tell, but this array of cars. Oh my goodness. This is Parola Resto Bar in Upon in Matan. Ah, alright. Parola. Nakuyawan ko, amin akong moto. I think that's the boat that goes to Bohol. Ah, okay na lang. Sige. Okay. Sige. Salamat, guard. This time there. So bye temporarily. See you later. Yeah. We will enjoy the tweet. Thank you. Bye.